Hi, this is part 2 of Columbine Cafe, and this is where we get into saucer wax. We're talking to Chris Artemis. He is the inventor of saucer wax, and I could tell you that I just started using it last week, as a matter of fact. I got it at Larson Ski and Sport, and they said, hey, you got to try this stuff. And as a matter of fact, this morning at Copper Mountain, I had the red on my skis, and I'm serious. It's like they're turbocharged. Hey, Chris, it looks like you're putting beer on the skis now. Is that...
Oh, I just got to polish these edges up.
Got to prep them.
Smidgen.
So, tell me about saucer wax. You haven't been skiing that long, only 30 years, you said. But you had an idea that you needed to do a better wax. You're a chemist by training. You go from here.
Yeah, I had a friend of mine suggest to me that I try to make wax. And as I said earlier, I didn't know anything very much about wax, but I did know about friction and how to get away from it. So our wax is a paraffin-based wax. It's there's no forever chemicals in it. There's no fluorocarbons in it. It's FIS compatible.
Okay.
Or compliant, I should say.
Right.
And we make 3 different types for the average Joe. There's our temperature ranges and stuff.
Oh, okay. Let's get into there. So we've got red, which is good up to 40 degrees. That's what I used this morning. We've got yellow, which is good up to 30 degrees Fahrenheit. And we've got green, which is about 20 degrees Fahrenheit. And that kind of fits everything that I'd want to ski in. I don't think I'd want to ski any colder than that.
Yeah.
And you have a 3-pack, which is great.
Well, the temperature ranges go from plus 20 to plus 40.
That's why I didn't say it, because I didn't have my glasses
10
on.
to plus 30 for the yellow, and minus 10 Fahrenheit to plus 20 Fahrenheit with green.
So the green for winter skiing, and spring is the red, and the yellow, for those days.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
And you can mix the two. Yeah. Or the 3, whatever.
And I noticed something with yours, because I've used other waxes. It seems to last longer. It spreads really evenly, and you don't seem to have a lot of overage. Is that something that you figured into this?
Yeah, absolutely.
When you did it?
And why it lasts longer is because the coefficient of friction is very low. If that's very low, then the wax is going to stay on longer.
You're talking like a scientist now.
Well, that's yeah.
And you also have it in the bigger bars, just a separate.
Absolutely.
Which would be these.
These are half-pound bars here.
Okay.
And all the stuff's on the side here, as you can see, complies with all FIS wax regulations.
And you could order them. How do you get them?
Larson Ski Shop does a very, very good job of distributing all over the country, actually.
Okay. And I'll be interviewing them soon. They've been around for a long, long time.
Yeah, they've been around quite a while.
Yeah,
They were there when I was in high school. We won't talk about that.
So, on the saucer wax, there is a Glenn Plake story that, he's not endorsing it. You think he may still use it, but he may not. But tell me a little bit about the Glenn Plake thing.
Well, that's a great story. I was at the ski show down in Denver, and Glenn Plake was there promoting, I think it was Elon skis at the time, and he was signing posters, and there was a line of kids 40 minutes long, and I had my son at the time, Henry. He was about 12 years old, and we waited in line, and we finally get up to Glenn Plake, and I had one of these triple packs in my pocket. All of this stuff here. I had one of these in my pocket. And Mr. Plake, he says, who can I make this out to? And I said, Mr. Plake, I'd like to give you something since you've been doing so much for all the kids here. And I reached into my pocket and I gave him a triple pack. And when I handed it to him, he looked at it and he looked at me and he looked at it and he says, I use the red in my short pack all the time. And I went, wow. So for For about 5 years, I'd go and see Glenn Flake down at the ski show, and we'd just exchange pleasantries and stuff like that.
Right.
It's kind of a neat deal.
It really is.
What a great gentleman too.
Yeah. I've heard he's a really nice guy.
He truly is. Yeah. Just a good gentleman.
Well, the ski wax is quite a treat. I mean, and so how can people get the ski wax?
Well, they can, like I said, you can go to Larson Ski and Sport. They carry the retail wax.
You have a Facebook page.
I do not have a Facebook page.
Okay, I thought I saw one, so maybe not. Maybe it was Larson's.
It could have been Larson's.
Because I've done a little bit of research.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it could have been Larson's. But and they've done they do a lot of good promoting for our stuff.
Yes.
It's a step up.
Yeah.
Truly, it's a step up.
It really is.
We've sponsored the U.S. Telemark national ski team for probably 8 years now.
Wow.
Yeah, they've used it on the World Cup. Yeah, for about 8 years. Couple of cups they won with it, which was cool.
Nice.
We were running against the best waxes in the world.
Right, and their technicians are experts at what they do.
Yeah,
so
yeah. Well,
if your stuff didn't work, they wouldn't use it.
Yeah, the USTSA, United States Telemark Ski Association. Those guys are great athletes. You ever want to watch a good race? Watch those guys. Watch the World Cup. Those guys. They work their butts off.
I will do that. So last question: how often do you get out to ski?
I try to get up once or twice a week.
Do you?
Yeah.
And where do you go?
I go to Loveland.
Do you? Okay.
I go to Loveland a lot, and also I'll go to Winter Park a couple of times a year. Like skiing over there, and of course Beaver Creek. I have a buddy of mine lives up there. I go up there and ski the creek a couple, 3 times a year, which is nice. I got them wide open.
Well, I'll tell you what. I love the wax. I've turned on a couple of people already to the wax. I've had some friends that have used it that I had no idea that that's what they were using.
Well, yeah, they'll keep it a secret because
like I said, I just said it was like my skis were turbocharged.
Wow.
Especially in the spring with the red stuff, because that's what I've been using. And if you're on a cat track or something and you're just trying to get from point A to point B, they just zoom right along.
Absolutely. No herky-jerkies with the red.
You got it. Chris, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
I wish you the best,
pleasure.
and
Yes.
Thank you for being with the Ski Legends.
Thank you I'm honored to be here.
Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.